This is one of my favorite Iron Man figures. Before we get into this figure, I want to announce our last month's winner. It is Thomas Brock. You have won the Black Series Death Watch Mandalorian figure here. Thomas, all you gotta do is reach out to us and we'll ship this out to you. So congratulations to you, Thomas. You left a comment and you're a subscriber to our channel. So if you want to win prizes like Thomas, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment on our videos, any video, and you have a chance to win a prize every month. Now, you probably have seen Iron Man once or twice on this channel before, but this time, it's a Mafex. And I love me some Mafex. And it's a comic version? Oh, I'm all about that. So let's talk about the box here itself. Well, it's a little bit bigger than the traditional Mafex boxes we get. So it's a little bit wider. Why? Because it's gonna pack in a proton cannon. My only gripe with this figure is getting him and the proton cannon together in a nice pose. This right here took some time because the cannon itself cannot sit on the figure. It doesn't have any pegs to put him in there, and I think that is kind of a mistake on their part. I understand and I appreciate them giving us additional flight stands to kind of hold up the proton, but I think plugging it into the body itself and then having this as well on top of it would have made life a lot bit easier to get this guy going in a nice position. That's the only gripe I have. It's a minor thing. Some of you probably will not even care and be able to pose this real quickly. But for myself, I had a little bit of an issue putting this guy together in a nice pose. The figure itself, I think it's a great figure. Well painted. Just really good job. I love the yellow. I love the red. It's got the metallic look to it. Speaking of metallic look, the proton cannon itself, phenomenal. I love the dry brushing of black to bring out some of the silver with it. It really is nice and really well done. It's got that metal look to it, which is what you want. You don't want that plasticky look. So I think they did a great job in painting both the figure and the accessories. And speaking of accessories, you got a bunch of hands. You've got Tony Stark with that beautiful, beautiful handlebar. And then you have the other faceplate that you can put on him. So I think accessory-wise, you've got some nice options. Then you have your blast effects and your proton firing effects. Overall, they did a good job in giving you enough with this figure. So articulation-wise, you've got your typical Mafex type articulation. Head is on a dumbbell joint, so you can get the head moving around here, up and down, left and right. Neck is also on a joint itself, so you can have a little bit of more independence here. Shoulders are on some form of butterfly joint. You can ratchet him around and you can get that extension, so you can get him in that pose to hold the cannon over his shoulders. So you do have a lot of move here. He does have a bicep swivel. It is double jointed elbows here. So overall, not a bad articulation for the upper body, head and shoulders and arms. In terms of the upper body, you do have some swivel here. You can do a little bit of a crunch on the waist area here. So you have a nice little ab crunch. And you can do rotation in the waist. So you got a good upper body and midsection here with rotation. In terms of the leg area, there is no thigh cut, but Mafex does their own version of the thigh movement, so you can get a lot of articulation on the thigh, and then obviously double knee right there. No boot cut, but you do have toe articulation as well here at the top. So a little toe articulation, and the ankle you can rotate it around. It's on a rocker. Overall, the articulation for this guy is not bad. You've got everything you probably need for him to do some cool poses, flight poses, or whether it be holding the cannon like I mentioned. So he's got, you know, the Mafex typical type of rotation and articulation all around his body. So comparison wise, I got a couple of Marvel Legends right here. Height wise, they are almost identical. I don't see, they look perfectly the same. Sometimes Mafex, they're a little bit shorter than your Marvel Legends figures, but here height is perfect. He can easily fit into your Marvel Legends. So he looks great here. In terms of the paint job, he still looks the best out of the three here. I know a lot of people gravitated towards this in terms of the paint job. It is a nice paint job, but it's the little duller color. This is a comic book color, and it pops out the yellow, right? So I kind of want to gravitate towards this one here. This one, they did a good job, Marvel Legends, in giving us something very close to this, but this has a little bit of a shine to it. But the one I'm really waiting for is the one that's going to come out with the proton cannon. We're going to get our hands on it soon. And then we'll compare all of them together and see which Iron Man is the best. Right now, this one.